Alright guys, in Roblox Chapter Piggy, Chapter 9, Mintoon just added a bunch of clues and secrets to T.S.P and Mr. Potato and probably Mrs. Potato's return. So you guys probably already know T.S.P and Mr. Potato. Right now everyone in the Piggy community is thinking that Mr. Potato is a villain and like a horrible person because he poisoned Bunny and basically all the characters in the entire game. And I'm gonna stay true with that, but nobody knows the character T.S.P. And with my theory here, I'm gonna be taking some ideas from the YouTuber called Devon, and I want to be adding my own twist to this theory that I'm about to craft, and I think it makes a lot more sense, and this could be the correct way to go. So right now, Mr. Potato is literally the most horrible person in the entire Piggy universe at the moment. He has poisoned Bunny, possibly poisoned Doggy as well in the forest in Chapter 4, and it literally, basically every character that you know is poisoned except for the people in the Safehouse. So Mr. Potato is the villain. It's already confirmed in my opinion. He is the villain. He is not the nice guy. He abandoned you and Bunny at the hospital and did these horrible experiments with the I'm gonna call it George and Peppa Pig's family. Horrible experiments. So there has been some news going around in the Piggy universe, like in the storyline, that Mr. Potato is working on a cure. Anybody could say that. Anybody could lie about making a cure. I know it could sound extremely messed up, but Mr. Potato could possibly have lied about making a cure. He's obviously trying to make a biological weapon to kill and infect people, to make them to mindless zombies in the Piggy universe. Because in the story, it has said that I'm gonna call them monsters, the Piggy monsters. The Piggy monsters are basically mindless. They don't think, they just attack on sight. They literally have no memory of the past at all. They have no memory at all. Mr. Potato is possibly trying to make it even worse, making people sick, testing it out on creatures, because some people could be not infected. They're basically immune to this virus or bacteria bioweapon that he's making. Immune. So he's trying to probably make it stronger, make it more deadly, and maybe even make it transfer to people once the Piggy monsters attack you. Literally transfer you. That's why there's an infection game mode. That's why. So that's my theory. That's why there's an infection game mode. It's literally saying that if you get attacked by a Piggy monster, you're done. You're donezo. You're literally going to become infected, and you're going to become a mindless zombie walking around with no intelligence at all. Then who is T.S.P? In my opinion, from Devon's video, T.S.P is the hero, the Super Potato, because in this one Peppa Pig episode, Mr. Potato, with the exact same character model or like character look that you saw in the sewers, is in the episode. Same hat, same mustache, but then the Super Potato comes in and basically switches places with Mr. Potato in the episode. Mr. Potato leaves and the Super Potato comes. So the viewer is supposed to think that the Super Potato and Mr. Potato are the exact same person. And they're not. They're not the same person. The Super Potato is trying to save the Piggy universe, trying to bring it back to balance, trying to find a cure. That's why the Super Potato has been trying to make basically a team of people to help fight against this type of, biological weapon. I'm gonna be showing you a screenshot here that it says from the Super Potato, "We need to start recruiting. I will start with my closest friends." The Super Potato, this is probably early in I'm gonna call it the pandemic, in the early pandemic when it was really small. The Super Potato was trying to get a team set up to combat this biological weapon early, because Mr. Potato could be, we haven't learned that far into the storyline with these two characters, in my opinion, like really in depth who they are. We don't even know how the Super Potato even looks like. We know how he looks like in the Peppa the Pig show. I can pull up a screenshot right now, but we don't know how he's going to look like in the game, because they're basically potatoes. Potatoes look very alike. So the Super Potato is trying to set up a team to combat this biological weapon that Mr. Potato has created to infect the entire Piggy universe, and he has basically done that. His mission was successful, but the Super Potato at the very end, in my opinion, is going to, with the Safehouse, going to get everyone there, including you, the entire gang, Ziggy, everyone, and fight against Mr. Potato, like a big boss fight at the very end, to force him to create a cure, and it will be done, and that will be the Piggy storyline. But here's some more evidence that the Super Potato is a good guy and not the bad guy. So, the Super Potato left another note. They got what we wanted at the hospital. We get what we need, then we leave. The Super Potato is looking out right here, in my opinion, looking out for the team. He doesn't want to stay long. He doesn't want his team, or the people that he brung with, from the safe house. He doesn't want them to get infected, because in the infection game mode, once you get hit basically, or bitten, because you just get hit with a knife, a bat, but technically you probably get bitten or like drooled in, that could transfer the biological weapon, the virus, the bacteria to you. So he's not trying to stay there for too long. And once the bunny brings you, once you feel sick, because Mr. Potato, the villain, basically poisons you with the biological weapon. But guess what? You don't turn. So that means you are immune. As the cop, you are immune to the virus and bacteria. So you are basically never going to get infected, and you are like the cure technically. They need your DNA to get the cure. They need to find what makes you special, and they need to implement that into like a vaccine. So the Super Potato was trying to probably know what you have and get the cure from you. But of course, Mr. Potato screwed that up. He's trying to fiddle with the Super Potato's plans. Fiddle with them, destroy them, and take over the entire world. So when Bunny brung you, Mr. Potato was probably in the hospital, and they basically look alike. So the characters could not even see a difference between them. All the Super Potato wears like a superhero suit, and you already know what Mr. Potato looks like. So when Mr. Potato leaves, it seems like the Super Potato left, but I'm pretty sure he was still at the hospital, probably fighting against the entire horde of infected Piggy citizens. So once you and Bunny leave, and in the Metro map, I think it's chapter 7, I'm pretty sure, Mr. Potato, when he was still at the hospital, he secretly poisons Bunny, and we don't know that until chapter 7, Metro. I could pull up some footage if you guys haven't seen it, of Bunny getting poisoned, and Bunny trusted Mr. Potato because Bunny believed that was the Super Potato. They look exactly alike. Let me pull up them both right here. You guys can see on the screen. They literally look exactly the same. Just one with a superhero suit and one with like a little top hat. Similar mustaches, similar smile. They literally look exactly the same. So Bunny got tricked. Doggy got tricked. They're part of the T.S.P. Like, I'm gonna call it the T.S.P. army, or the T.S.P. Safehouse team. They were part of it, and Mr. Potato came in and destroyed all of that. They poisoned them and believed that he was the Super Potato. Because if someone looks exactly alike, you're probably just a top hat, you're gonna get tricked. Probably the Mr. Potato was trying to copy, his casual style, a top hat, and trick the Safehouse team, and that's how they got infected. So Mr. Potato's plan is trying to slowly infect the Safehouse team and the entire world. That's his plan, and the Super Potato is obviously trying to not let that happen. Obviously not. He's the good guy. Mr. Potato is the bad guy. You might ask, why is this important? Why is Mrs. Potato important? She's important because this is possibly the Super Potato's wife or a person that he knows. And if Mrs. Potato is there safe and sound, and she didn't need to get cured because she's with the Safehouse team, the Super Potato is obviously going to be there as well. Mr. Potato, obviously not. I'm pretty sure Mr. Potato was the guy in the trash can or the dumpster that he was spying on you to look on you because he knows that you are immune to this virus or bacteria. He knows you're immune. He wants you to get destroyed so the Super Potato cannot utilize that for his advantage and cure everyone, or at least try to help the remaining people be immune as well, like with a vaccine. That's the Mr. Potato's plan. So if Mrs. Potato's there, the Super Potato is going to be there. So that's my theory. I'm going to call it the Super Potato theory. It's kind of weird and kind of unorganized at the moment, but if you guys help me get this more organized, it could be a lot better and a bit more easier to understand. It's kind of a little janky in some places, but it makes a lot of sense. Mr. Potato is the villain, and T.S.P, the Super Potato, is the hero. He's gonna save everyone from this biological weapon that the Mr. Potato has created. That's just in simple terms right there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, share around, because I'm pretty sure I think I'm the closest one that's getting this theory correct, like the closest theory, because we haven't learned that much about T.S.P, Mr. Potato, and they look exactly the same in the Peppa the Pig show. And it's kind of crazy in my opinion. Click that like button, guys. Click that subscribe button to get a free the Super Potato pet, I'm pretty sure. Have a good one, guys. Peace out. Hopefully you enjoyed this, my first theory video. Have a good one.